Do me a favor, look at the person next to you. Or look at the last photo you took outside. What is covering their eyes? Two pieces of dark, polarized plastic. We wear them to look cool. We wear them because we are told the sun is the enemy. We wear them to protect ourselves. But what if I told you that those sunglasses are actually a biological mute button? What if I told you that by blocking the full spectrum of light from entering your eyes during the day, you are physically shrinking the most important gland in your brain? You are tricking your biology into thinking it is permanent nighttime, and the result: anxiety, depression, poor sleep, a calcified pineal gland. We are the first species in history to voluntarily blind ourselves to the source of all life on Earth, and we are paying the price. Today, I'm going to ask you to do something radical. I'm going to ask you to take them off. Let's look at the light. Welcome back. Let's break down the biggest lie you've been told about your eyes. You think your eyes are just cameras. You think their only job is to take pictures of the world and send them to the visual cortex so you don't bump into furniture. That is only half the truth. Your eyes are also clocks. Specifically, there are cells in your retina called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells. That's a mouthful. So let's call them the blue light detectors. These cells do not help you see shapes or colors. They don't care what you are looking at. They only care about one thing: brightness. They are waiting for specific frequencies of blue and UV light from the sun to hit the back of your eye. When that light hits, it sends a direct electrical signal not to your visual cortex but to the hypothalamus, to the master clock of your brain. It says, wake up. It is daytime. Release cortisol. Release serotonin. Start the engine. But when you put on sunglasses, especially in the morning, what happens? You cut the signal. You put a filter over the lens. You walk outside at 9 o'clock a.m. But your brain thinks it is 7 p.m. inside a cave. You are living in a state of chronic biological jet lag. Your body is awake, but your hormonal system is asleep. Now, let's talk about the victim of this crime, the pineal gland. This tiny, pine cone-shaped organ in the center of your brain is often called the third eye. Ancient cultures worshipped it. Descartes called it the seat of the soul. But biologically, it is the factory of melatonin. Here is the mechanism nobody explains to you. Melatonin, the hormone that knocks you out at night and repairs your DNA, is not made at night. It is released at night. But it is built during the day. It is built from serotonin. And how do you make serotonin? Bright sunlight entering the naked eye. If you wear sunglasses all day, you do not build enough serotonin. If you don't have serotonin, you can't make melatonin. If you don't make melatonin, the pineal gland sits there, dormant, useless. And what happens to a muscle you never use? It atrophies. What happens to a gland that isn't flowing? It calcifies. It gets hard. It gets crusted over with calcium deposits. This isn't spiritual woo-woo. You can see it on MRI scans. We have an epidemic of calcified pineal glands in the modern world, and it correlates perfectly with our obsession with blocking the sun. We are hiding from the very thing that recharges our battery. I know what you are thinking. But wait, doesn't UV light cause cataracts? Doesn't the sun damage my eyes? This is where we need nuance. I am not telling you to stare directly at the sun at high noon for an hour. That is stupid. That will burn your retina. I am talking about environmental exposure. I am talking about walking outside. without glass between you and the sky, and letting natural light hit your eyes from different angles. Here is the irony. Your eyes have a natural mechanism to protect themselves. It's called pupillary constriction. It's called squinting dot when you wear sunglasses. You dilate your pupils. You open the aperture wide, and then, because the glasses often don't block 100% of the harmful rays, especially from the sides, you are actually letting high-energy radiation flood into a wide-open pupil. You are bypassing your body's natural defense system. Furthermore, look at our ancestors. Did the Egyptians wear Ray-Bans? Did the Romans wear Oakleys? No, they lived under the sun, and they didn't have the rates of myopia, nearsightedness, and depression that we have today. There is a theory called malillumination. Just like malnutrition is a lack of food, malillumination is a lack of full-spectrum light. Indoor light is junk food. It is narrow spectrum. Sunlight is a full, nutrient-dense meal for your brain. And sunglasses are basically an eating disorder for your eyes. So, am I saying you should burn your sunglasses? No, they have a place. If you are driving into the sunset and can't see the road, wear them. Safety first. If you are skiing on a glacier and the reflection is blinding, wear them. But for walking the dog, for sitting on a park bench, for driving to work, take them off. Here is the protocol for decalcifying your system. Rule 1. The morning anchor. This is non-negotiable. Within the first hour of waking up, go outside. No sunglasses. No windows glass blocks the beneficial signals. Let natural light hit your eyes for 5 to 10 minutes. You don't need to look at the sun. Just look at the sky. Look at the trees. This sets your circadian rhythm. This tells the pineal gland. The timer starts now. Rule 2. The shade rule. If it's too bright and you are squinting uncomfortably, don't put on sunglasses immediately. Put on a hat. Use a baseball cap. The brim of a hat blocks the direct, harsh rays, but it still allows the scattered, ambient full-spectrum light to enter your eyes from the sides and below. You get the signal without the damage. Rule 3. Sunset viewing. In the evening. As the sun goes down, take off the glasses again. The specific color spectrum of sunset hand. Red signals the brain that the day is ending. It protects you from the blue light of your phone later that night. It is the save game button for your biology. Let's go a little deeper before we finish. Many of you feel disconnected. You feel like you are floating through life, numb, watching a movie instead of living it. When you put a dark filter over your eyes, you are literally dimming your reality. Colors are less vibrant. Contrast is reduced. The world looks gray. This has a psychological effect. It creates a barrier between you and the environment. It says, I am separate from this. When you take the glasses off, the world rushes in. The greens are greener. The sky is sharper. It can feel intense at first. You might feel vulnerable. That is the point. You are supposed to be connected to your environment, not hiding from it. The pineal gland is associated with intuition, with insight, with clarity. How can you have clarity if you are constantly filtering the input? We treat the sun like a villain. We slather ourselves in chemicals to block it. We wear dark plastic to hide from it. And then we wonder why we are tired. We wonder why we can't sleep. We wonder why we feel off. The sun is not the villain. The sun is the battery charger. And your eyes are the plug. Stop walking around with the plug taped over. So, here is my challenge to you for tomorrow morning. Leave the sunglasses on the dashboard. Step out of your car. Look at the sky with your naked eyes. Feel that signal hitting your brain. It might feel bright. It might make you sneeze. But that is the feeling of your system coming online. Don't hide in the dark. Step into the light. I'll see you in the next one.